The president says grocery prices are dropping. Is that what you're seeing?
Well, look, if you go back to COVID and everything, they've obviously gone up since then. I think you see a pause in grocery prices right now because, like, for instance, we don't know what to do as far as buying goes right now. You know, a couple of things that are out there is any tariffs from China, which has to do with things like these aluminum pans that we get from China. We just switched our production to the United States now to buy aluminum pans, so we're not buying from China. And the other big one that hit us today was this. India grows most of the shrimp in the world right now.
Wow.
And now this, what do we do now? This just got 50. Is it 50% or 25%? I don't even know.
Well, it's 50 now for India. So the question becomes, what's the impact on your margins, Stu? And can you swallow this, or do you have to pass it to the consumer?
Well, here's what we've been doing right now. Since nobody knows really what's happening with the tariffs, most of our importers have said, we'll split it with you. So you take a 15%, for instance, on bananas. They don't grow in the United States. Okay, I can't buy them here. 15% tariff. We've said we'll split it 7.5%. Okay. Right now, I'm eating it. We haven't raised prices, but you know, your guest who you had on prior to me had a great point. He said, "Wait till the holidays come." So if we sell 1 pound of shrimp today, we'll sell probably 20 pounds of shrimp for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So that's going to be the big impact right now. Our importer that we have, which is, by the way, just a family business. This isn't a big corporation or anything. He told me this morning, I talked to him, he said, you know, I got to spend $200,000 to fill up a container of shrimp coming from India. He said, now at 50% tariff, it's $300,000. And he said, our family's got to put that money up ahead of time. And I don't know if it'll sell. Now, here's the interesting thing that happened that I learned today, is he then calls Ecuador up and says, you know what, we'd like to buy some shrimp from you. Guess what Ecuador said? Our prices have now gone up 25%. Wow. So they're looking at India like their prices went up 50, so they figured there's some room in there to so is that called price gouging or what? I don't know, but hey, we're
sounds
just
like Ecuador is going to be doing some business here. So, Stu, you know, you are a family business. What does this mean for a company like yours that's trying to compete with the likes of Walmart or Costco when it comes to groceries, where they have the scale to negotiate lower prices?
Well, I don't think anybody wants to hurt the smaller suppliers that supply to you. Most of our business comes from local farmers right now. We're getting New Jersey blueberries. We're getting beautiful watermelon from Delaware right now. Local corn. We're buying a lot of local stuff right now. It's not bought, outside the U.S. right now. So, but anyway, right now, what we're just trying to do is navigate. We're eating a little bit of the margin, and we're already on thin margins in the supermarket business. So we're eating some of it. I can't eat it forever, and let's wait and see what happens next month and really the month after.
So we're in a month-to-month kind of situation here. You're standing with a bunch of perishable goods behind you, Stu, and I know a lot of your store is different. You held up that aluminum pan, for instance. But when it comes to perishable goods, I'm surprised you haven't held up an avocado yet. First of all, a lot of that stuff doesn't come from the U.S. We don't grow it here, and you can't front run. So you're very much day-to-day with a lot of these products, aren't you?
You know what it's like, Joe? It's like when COVID hit. We had a scramble, like toilet paper, obviously, was a huge thing. We had to get some from South America. Yeah. So I've never been so busy with me and our buyers as far as scrambling to find different sources around the world that are less tariff than other countries.
Mm-hmm. So how long do you think you can sustain margins here if these tariffs do not change? You mentioned the holidays. Is that when this starts to kick in? Yeah,
we're hanging by our fingernails right now. I mean, we can't do this forever. And I'm hoping all of Trump's tariff deals and everything will work themselves out. And I'm hoping we'll go into the holidays with, like Trump said, low prices. Fuel is down.
Yeah.
Our farmers are happy about that. They got to fill their tractors up. Their labor costs are up. I can't reel labor costs back. You know, we gave everybody raises at Stu Leonard's over the last 3-4 years. I can't reel that back. That's. I can't tell somebody you're going to earn less money. So some of those costs are built in right now, and then feed costs. Look at the weather across the country right now. You know, that's impacting all of our cattle ranchers. You know, they want to send their cattle out to graze in the pastures. There's no more grass out there. So what do? They got to buy feed to feed their cattle, which increases the cost of beef. So you're seeing a little uptick in beef prices right now.
Sure. It starts right in the feedstock. Stu, I can tell you're a pretty good boss. I bet you're a good boss, and I can see that you're the type who interacts with your customers. What are you hearing from your customers in your 8 stores? What are they most worried about?
Well, you know, we have 100,000 customers a week coming through Stu Leonard's right now. So, and we're down on the floor talking to everybody. Of course, everybody talks about food costs. But you know what, Joe? They're buying. And the thing that sort of surprises us is even these prime cut steaks and everything are up like 20% this year. So how do you figure that out? You know, people are buying their, I don't know if it's comfort food or whatever, but their sales feel pretty good right now.